north to go camping in Forks, or outside of Forks, up on the Olympic Peninsula. And it's December 18th, I think. It's snowing and it's supposed to be nice weather. A little bit of rain, in the upper 30s. So we'll do a little bit of fishing. Here's the big city of Porter. Aberdeen. Oakwium. Tulips. Quinault. Clearwater. I stopped along Highway 101 just as I entered the park to take a little walk. And here's some giant burls on spruce trees. Some of them are 4 foot diameter. That's the Pacific Ocean. This is a stretch of beach in the Olympic National Park, Washington State. This is the Hoh Rain Forest. Here's the trailhead. Okay, we got our pack out, fishing pole. I'm gonna hike up trail maybe 2 or 3 miles, hit the river, and throw a tarp up. there's the river down in the hole. And somewhere over in these trees I'm going to find a place to sleep. Maybe another quarter mile up or so. Go find a place out of the wind and hopefully where there's not too much snow. It's starting to get dark now, so I'm gonna set up tarp and build a bed and just hang out the rest of the night until daylight tomorrow. And we camped underneath some giant spruce. There's only a couple inches of snow, and I'm close to the river. So this is my home for the first night. I just threw up a tarp. It got dark real quick, so I threw up a tarp between a couple trees and got a pup tent. Got a closed cell foam pad on the ground. Integral Designs bivy sack that I've had for a long time. It's been a really good thing. And I'm once again trying just a wool blanket and a poncho liner. The last couple, I think I've had 5 nights in that now, and it's been decent, pretty good. But each time I had a fire before. This time I don't have a fire, so we'll see. But that's my sorry dinner there. Crackers and peanut butter, a chunk of chocolate, and some corn nuts washed down with water. But it's all we're having tonight. And just to kill some time, I figure I got this magnifying glass for doing the fire by magnification class over there at Bushcraft USA. I figured to kill time I'm going to sew up this pig skin into a little pouch to keep that glass in. Something to do, because it's not going to get light out until about 7:30 or 7 anyway. So and I think right now it's 5:30, so we got a long night. I'm going to eat some corn nuts and do some sewing. Here's a little leather pigskin pouch for this magnifying glass. I think I'll just tuck this flap in here to keep it in. So there it is. Get it all greased up so it doesn't suck in any moisture. This is beeswax, olive oil, and calendula. So it's good for the leather and it's good for me. So there we go, magnifying glass pouch. It's about 2 in the morning now. Things changed from snow to now it's a heavy rain. It's starting to cause the snow on the tree limbs to fall down. Sounds like mortar rounds every now and then hitting the ground. So most of that snow I bet will be gone in the next couple days. Just back to normal rain. It's morning and it's been raining almost all night. It seems to be getting heavier. But I don't have much daylight, so I'm going to go outside and see what I can do. Go play around. I'm going to try to build a better shelter, improvised shelter. And it's one of the classes at Bushcraft USA, build an improvised shelter. So what I brought was this drop cloth, mylar blanket, and I've got some cordage, duct tape, and some zip ties in this package. And for tools, I'm going to use my small hatchet axe and this bow saw and this fancy new silky saw I just got in the mail from Japan. And I have a feeling that's what I'm going to probably use most for gathering poles. And I'm staying in a national park, so I got to be real careful what I use. I'm going to try to use all dead, down branches. And I'm going to try to build it here, build a bed first, then I'll build a structure over the top of that. I'm planning on using a Gene Ward Morse Kohansky combination shelter. It'll keep the weather off and reflect some heat off of this fire back to me. And this is where we are. Back in there's the tarp I slept under last night. And this is a nice little camp spot here. Somebody's got a big round cut for a table, this little bench against that big spruce, and they even got a pole up above for a tarp. So once I get this other shelter built, I'll probably move the tarp over here so I have a good area to get out of the rain and work. that's my improvised shelter. Stand here to get me off the ground. Mylar to reflect that fire. I can lift up this front and have a good work area so I can cook. And then when I want to go to bed, drop this down. Climb in there and close up the end. And go to sleep. So I'm going to leave my tarp up just in case this thing blows down in the wind or something. But that's my home for now. I got a fire reflector and added a little roof over the top of the fire pit. So now I need some firewood. That's cedar. So I got my shelter up, got a fire reflector with a roof. We got cedar kindling to get the fire going. 1:30. About 3 hours of daylight left. So I'm taking a break. I'm having some parched corn, drinking some water. And I want to thank Chris. I think your last name's Ellison. That saw. I use that saw to cut every pole I used on this. And that blade's so thin, it goes through quick. It goes through faster than my buckle saw. It's a good one. So I'm going to take a break and then start gathering more wood. I saw some standing spruce. I think it's spruce over there. I'm going to try to get some of that. I think it'll burn a lot longer than the cedar. And I got an added bonus of a rain catch here. When I flip up the awning, I can get all the water I want. So I'm going to take a break and work on fire. cook some dinner. So this is my dinner. I'm having salmon with potatoes, onions, fried in bacon. I'm probably going to end up with some burnt salmon here. That's alright. I'll eat it as it gets done. But I have very little firewood, probably 2 armloads worth. I'm hoping I can cook dinner and dry out, get something hot to drink, warm up, and then go to sleep. It's warmer tonight than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was snowing. Now it's just raining. So the mountains out there all around me are starting to have avalanches. All that snow, it just was wet. Now all this rain's just making quite the show. Big avalanche about every 5 minutes or so. I'm way down in a flat valley bottom, so I don't doubt if anything would ever hit me here. That king salmon is good. So are the potatoes. But the salmon's really good. I took every little bit of wood I had and threw it on that fire, stacked it up. Everything's wet, so I stacked it kind of teepee style, so hopefully it dries out and falls on top of each other. But this is my home. So far, everything's alright. Get a little bit of wind coming in down along the bottom where my plastic just isn't quite long enough. But got some hot chocolate. We ate a big dinner. Got a roaring fire. Hopefully we dry out and make it till the morning. I'm liking this shelter so far. It's maybe it's only 6:30, but it's warm in here. I got my rain gear hanging up to dry it out. Boots are off. Got clothes spread out trying to dry. It must be 60 in here, or close to it. Got a little bit of condensation. But when you're camping on top of wet slush and pouring down rain, you might as well figure on condensation. So far, so good. It's daylight, morning, day number 3, and it's still raining. Shelter did good, kept me warmer than the tarp did, especially with that fire for the first few hours, but there's a lot of condensation. It's the only problem with this is condensation. Without this bivy sack I brought, I bet I'd be pretty wet. But I got a little bit of cedar saved. I'm gonna heat up some coffee and go fishing for a little bit. Then I think I'll break camp and head home. This is done. hot chocolate left over from last night. Okay, so that's 2 pancakes, a little bit of bacon. Raspberry jam, Confiture de Framboise, straight from Toronto, Canada. Sounds like there's a big avalanche out there. Keeps rumbling. Well, this shelter, my improvised shelter for Bush Class USA, I think it worked out pretty well. It's just a 9x12 2 mil tarp and a mylar blanket, one of the bigger ones from, I think they're called Adventure Medical. Everything fit in this pouch, and I still have more in there. I got another mylar blanket, I got tape left over, got some cordage. Wait. So I'm trying out what I can, get my rain jacket dried out so I have something warm and dry to put on when I start. And I'm gonna go fish for an hour or so, come back, pack up, and head home. 3 days, 3 good days, and it never stopped raining.